Kanye West on Dawn the Drake marriage with Kim Kardashian. Bro, I really want to watch this so bad, dude. But like not all 2 hours of it.
That support your ego, the things that
like I mean, this is nuts, dude. I can't believe I missed this when it fucking came out. It's so fucking good. I've heard that, I mean, first of all, it's Kanye West, okay? It's gonna be deranged. I've heard that this is like a movie. This entire interview from top to bottom, start to finish, is just like incredible. Talks about the Drake beef too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh, dude, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch. Okay.
To do this.
We're watching it. We're watching some of it. If it gets like boring, there's no shot. We should have never watched SNL. We should have just watched this.
Where it seems like you're free. It seems like you just feel like you're free. You really showed up with no security, and I had to get security for you. I'm sorry. I just said, no, I just can't let you walk around like that because we're gonna kill somebody if somebody fuck with you. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. So sorry. We left that life. But how is it? Like what's going on in your life? It's just because I heard you told me on the phone the other day. You said you don't even have a house. That's how rich you are. You don't even have a house.
You're a nomad right now?
How is that?
Yeah, you know, I restore houses. I'm very into architecture, but I'm not into the class system where it's like that's one of the main things they use to control us. I think my whole existence is about not.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? No! He just started off with Hasanabi shit. He's like, yeah, dude, yo, fuck buying houses, dude. I'm not into the class system, okay? I think buying a house is a method of control. Kanye West is more socialist. He's about to be like, yeah, dude, socialism is when no house.
Being out of control, but being out of their control, being in control of yourself. So a house is the first thing that they give you, that your entire existence. When I look out at the skyscrapers in New York, I'm like, everybody that's in all those buildings spending that time away from their family, working. Right. One of the main thing is the idea of a house.
Security.
Yeah, security. Because I remember saying I was arguing with this one publicist, and I told the person that I wasn't gonna have a house, and they spazzed on me, said, "You've done too much."
Bro, I'm sorry. His hair literally looks like he was in a car crash. And that's like kind of a double entendre. Like, what the fuck happened, dude? Like, they literally had to do surgery on his head. That's what his hair looks like. What the fuck is happening, dude?
In your life to not have a house, you need a house. Like, so try to impose that idea of, but you know, my home is just when my daughter FaceTimes me. That's where my home is.
Let's make some noise for that, guys.
Yeah.
But you got land. I'm assuming you have land, though. You believe you
got
own land.
200 acres somewhere.
Right.
Some yeah. And you were staying in Mercedes.
It was 12,000, but yeah.
Okay. But you were staying in the Mercedes-Benz arena?
Yeah.
What was you
that
doing?
was wild.
It didn't look like a cell. It looked like a jail cell. I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah, well, except for I could come and go, so.
Right, there's a big difference there.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's this idea, this monk lifestyle. And I heard that it's like trust fund kids that's kind of on the same wave right now, that they being homeless on purpose.
Right.
And,
What?
But I travel.
Wait, what is he talking about? What? Is he saying like, you know, like van life shit? Like there's like trust fund kids that are just, who's being homeless on purpose? I know what he's talking about. I got friends like that.
To Paris like a couple weeks ago, and I had to go through Lisbon because you can go through Lisbon without being vaccinated. I only got one of the shots, so I'm half vaccinated. So I dropped in Lisbon. It's a 15.
That's a Kanye lyric. That's a bar. Bro, that's bars, dude.
15-hour ride, and usually people say, well, I had to I got to take this 15-hour ride. Something Steven Spielberg had told me at this Ralph Lauren. I'm just it's gonna be shameless name drop. It's gonna be like a lot of name drops.
Okay, I love it. Let's go. I love it. Go ahead, continue.
So I was sitting next to Oprah at this Ralph Lauren dinner talking to Steven Spielberg. Continue. Across from Hillary Clinton. This is the first time I actually was with her.
Right.
So, and so I took this 15-hour ride from Lisbon to Paris, but the thought was, I get to take the ride. The ride was beautiful, so it's just a perspective on life. Like when I go through just the different changes in my life, my family, a friend of mine said, "Are you sad?" And when I really thought about it, I started to look at life like it was a video game. I'm like, yo, every part of it is really lit. Right. The things that hurt you, the things that you're happy about, the things that push your ego, that support your ego, the things that down your ego. Like I've been saying this like for a couple weeks, like ego and anger love to hang out. They best friends.
Oh, absolutely.
Ego and anger. Oh shit, I didn't know that.
They hype each other up.
Yeah, definitely. So
they cousins?
Yeah, they definitely.
Okay,
they definitely blood.
Okay. Cool.
So the more and more, you lean into your ego. I wrote this song for Donda that we're gonna bring out on the bonus album. That's saying on the deluxe. But it said, if I let go, let God and let go. I gotta let it go. I gotta let's go. And it's funny, he's got this line that makes you think about Miami. It says, fly into the Mondrian, dun, dun, dun. Actually, it had a next line, but I like the opening line. But it's like going to Paris. I get there, and I get to the Ritz Hotel, and they say they ain't got no rooms. And
Thank you, Govea 2000. Dude, the train of thought here is just like all over the place. What the fuck?
There's a couple times I just had to like pull my mask down. Like, you don't have no room? And I put it on okay, let me look for a room for you.
That's a different kind of currency.
Yeah, the vision of life is not to have money and possessions, is to have relationships and make it to the point where I've done so much for so many people that my money can't spend anywhere. I go to a restaurant, they be like, yo, your money's no good here. So they charge me for the room.
Okay.
But they gave you a room.
At least they found one.
Yeah, they found a room, and then the next day, the CEO of Balenciaga came to pick me up. Is this guy named Cedric that actually I was trying to hire as a CEO. My boy Jean Toutot, the head of APC, which is basically like the French version of Gap, which is the first person that was in a prestigious position to really let me do a collaboration with them. And so we had this APC collection that sold out back in the days.
And this is before the Louis collab?
Yeah.
The more I listen to Kanye West, the more I realize like why he liked Donald Trump. He kind of is very similar to Donald Trump in many ways. Like he's like cooler Donald Trump.
You know what?
The Louis collab was first.
That's right. Yeah,
right.
Thank you for.
I'm a fan. Just in case you don't know.
The Louis collab was great. So I want to go back to certain things with the Louis thing. Okay. But so the CEO of Balenciaga picked me up. Now I came with all I got is this.
Someone said, except going broke. You think Kanye West hasn't gone broke? Are you kidding me? He's had a bunch of fucking failure businesses too. I mean, he's arguably way more successful than Donald Trump, but he's had a bunch of fucking failures, dude, especially in fashion.
It's like little bag. That's like my house, and my house changes in size depending on how big my bag is. Like I had this one that was like a laminate size, and once I got the Apple headphones, they wouldn't fit in it, so I had to get a bigger house, which ended up being.
Talk about a mobile home.
Yeah, mobile home. Okay.
Which ended up being this one, right? And I'm so happy that thugs wear this bag now, so people can stop calling it. Yeah, so people could stop down and me for having.
Keep the weed in there. They keep the weed in there. They keep the weed in there.
Louis bag. This is not for fashion. So I ride to the Balenciaga store with the CEO of Balenciaga, and I didn't have a change of underwear.
I have to mention something here. I'm noticing that Kanye West is wearing like these really big, really baggy jackets and things like that. You know, he's got like the new fucking Yeezy, like Martian boots or whatever. And I like that because it kind of makes, you know, the big body, wide frame, tiny head look in fashion, which, you know, I don't have that. But I think that, like, you know, if someone else were to have like a wide frame and like a normal size head that looks tiny because of how wide their frame is, like, they would probably appreciate that. I got friends like that, you know what I mean? So it's just cool because, you know, whenever he does stuff, everybody follows. So that's a cool thing. So everybody that made fun of my friend, not me, for that are going to feel really fucking upset and sad that they ever did that. And they're going to all want to look like they have wide frames and small heads like my friend and not me.
But for what, you know, I've done with Balenciaga, especially over the past 4 months, guess what my underwear and socks ended up being for the next 4 days in Paris? Right. Balenciaga underwear for free. And that's when I was sitting there, I was like, yo, this is my vision on life. To not even have to have a house, to have a place in every single world, every single city, every single country that I could go to. And somebody's like, you could stay here, you could sleep here. Like my dog Boo was like, man, yeah, you in my city?
We call him Brother Boo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, you in my city? And the first one I saw, I was like, nigga, I was born in Atlanta. I was like, so I humble myself, say, yes, sir. With a bunch of eyes. With a bunch of eyes. And he's like, yo, you know, I'm down here working on KCI. I'm in Houston, but you can stay at my crib. And I know I got a bunch of cribs I can stay at in New York. I know I got a bunch of cribs I can stay at. And you just move around. Like, first it was like Yasin. Think about it. Mos Def. He changed his name to Yasin, and he started moving around. So I would think about how he was moving around. You know, just going through the airport, sometimes standing in line, sometimes not standing in line, getting a Uber. Uber be canceling on me. I'm not gonna say Uber's trash now. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Kanye. Kanye, you told me that the other day. You said you be calling Ubers and Ubers be canceling on you.
They don't cancel on you. Your profile doesn't say yay on it.
Does it say that?
I was like, no, I really am canceled, I guess.
But did your profile?
You don't have 4.9 stars on your profile.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't even know. I barely, you know, I barely know how to work it. I just got my Apple Pay, you know, just mad.
You just got Apple Pay. Let's make some noise for you being because you really are a superhero.
I got Apple Pay, but now it's time to make Apple Pay.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, God. When people are... It's hard not to suck up to him because he's literally one of the fucking most famous people on the planet. But, like, come on, bro. Keep it in your fucking pants a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, ooh. Like, some of it's corny. That was a little corny. That was somewhat corny, okay? Like, what is this? Why are they doing the Gluck Gluck 3000 on this fucking entire interview?
That was all hard. That was all. I'm still on that ball. Okay, so have you watched Versus?
Yes, yeah.
You know where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Would you step into that ring?
Oh, absolutely. But I would need about like 4 people to go against me at one time. I need producers. I need people who make good albums. I need people who make radio hits. I need every single Gemini, specifically MC. I need every.
Okay.
Top 5, especially Gemini.
Would you like some Hennessy? Or would you like a glass?
Well, you know, let me explain what Hennessy is doing to the community.
Okay. Okay. So you know what the people are gonna say. The people are gonna say they want Ye against who you think the people would think they want to see you against. There's only 2 people really out there.
No.
In all seriousness, do you actually like Donda? I tried listening to the first 6 to 7 tracks and I thought it was barely mid. No, I unironically did love Donda. I think Donda was pretty good.
It'd be Drake, right?
Thank you. And home, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that one. I didn't think about that. Oh,
you
that's...
see home nephew right there. He watching you.
Yeah.
He watching you.
No, I like that. I like that.
You would go against Jay.
Nah, because that's my boss. I would never go against you.
I like that answer. But
Yeah.
what you saying, when you and Drake together, who's winning that?
I'm winning every situation. That's why it's like.
Salud, what you drinking?
Cheers, fellas.
Salud. Come on. Holy shit. Holy shit.
And who producer-wise, though? Would it be Dre?
Ooh, producer-wise? Wow.
Yeah. That's why I said it gotta be. I need to have like a month long, just different categories, different styles.
You have a
know?
season of your own verses?
Yeah.
That'd be new. That'd be some new shit.
Yeah. At a certain point, I could just be versing myself. It could be this album against that album. I had to go dark fantasy against.
These men would clap if Kanye made a poopy on the table. Yes, they would be like, wow, it's still better than CLB. And they'd be right.
Well, I don't think anything goes against dark fantasy, but college dropout against
The old Ye
graduation.
against the new Ye?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
You can do the old Ye against the new Ye.
We could do all like sample drums versus trap drums. We could do all bars versus auto.
Different name changes going against each other.
Yeah.
Different eras of
Yeah.
Holy moly guacamole. This is exciting shit. But you telling me, I just want to, for the fans, it's not for me.
Yeah.
If Swiss come to you, because it's not about money with you. I can tell it's not about money with you. But if Swiss, Timberland say, you and Drake against one another, you saying you're going to take it and you're going to smoke him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's all I need to be clear. That's all I need to be clear.
But it already happened. He played one of my leaked songs and it was better than every other song this year.
Because you did leak Drake's address, correct?
No, he advertised it when he was building the house. Everyone knows it. It's like a place in Canada you go by. It's a monument.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's such a weak sauce. Oh my God, people in the chat saying true. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Just because people know where the fuck it is doesn't mean that, like, it's the same as directly doxing him. Come on.
We didn't know that. Because, you know, we little people over here.
Yeah, no, you can find it. That's how I was able to find it. It's
Okay.
Googleable. It's on Google Maps.
I like that you, that's my word. You know I made up that word. Googleable. Googleable. I made that word. I made that word. Googleable.
But what I will say, I understand that, you know, in all of the back and forth that me and Drake have had, you know, it's like life is like the NBA.
Yeah.
And people are either on your team or they're on another team. And everybody plays games in different kind of ways. And you can't be mad for somebody. At the end of the day, this man has sold more records than anybody. And part of his technique in basketball, people got different techniques. Like I went to the gym with Kobe, and we didn't even really get to play ball. All he did was show me videos of Scottie Pippen. And you know, Scottie Pippen's got a wide wingspan, but he didn't talk about that. He talked about how fast he was moving his feet. And he was like, yo, this is inhuman, right? This is inhumane. This is like, and he was studying that. He wanted to learn how fast he moved his feet. So when Drake don't do a diss, like an outright diss song where it's a headshot. He's gonna set it up like war. You know what I'm saying?
Calculated and strategy.
Yeah, when people went to go get Hitler, they didn't go straight for Hitler. They set up fake tanks. They set up this, they did. So
What?
he gonna do stuff like,
Bro, what are these analogies, dude? What is happening right now? Did he just compare fucking taking down Drake to the Allies taking down Hitler? Like, what the fuck?
live.
He really hates Drake for having sex with Kim Kardashian, allegedly, in a video game.
5 blocks down the street from you. DM
What he
every.
said? He said crept through the light switch. Is that
Yeah.
what you talking
He
about?
gonna like go and, you know, DM every single girl in your family, every single girl around your family, everybody, all your niggas, girl. He's gonna.
Really?
So it becomes like. So you already got that. It's like away games.
Oh, never mind. I didn't understand. He compared himself to Hitler. Oh, I misunderstood. It's brilliant. That's why. He's just too brilliant. I couldn't understand it. Yeah, he was saying Drake went around like the Allied forces to get to him, Kanye West, Hitler. Okay.
and home games and stuff like and football and this is professional rap. This is the first time we in a place of like professional rap. So all that's there. So if he throws out a bar right here, it might be a bar only like what Pac said, you and I know what's going on. Right. But it's all psychological, right? So it's like what button is someone gonna hit? Where can you hit them? It's like I was just at the game with Jay Prince last night, and just seeing it was talking about how many below the belts there were, how many this there was, and the whole thing about
on that record that he had.
You know what it is? I got the perfect. I never thought about this tonight.
Okay.
You know what? I bit his ear. I bit his ear. You know
like Mike Tyson bit? Like Mike Tyson?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't see what Holyfield was doing.
Right.
They ain't see what he was doing. Tyson like telling the refs like, yo, you ain't see this? You ain't see this? He's like, Tyson, I'm gonna just take this in my own hands.
Holy shit, I've never heard of this.
No, but you making me, I'm just, because it's in front of me. I was like, I was a fight there.
Right.
We talking about this. We've been, discussing doing things together to,
Bro, I literally cannot. I can't keep my eyes off of his fucking dome, dude. It's so bad. It's like he looks like he gave himself a haircut that made him look like he's got, LeBron hair. Like he just purposely gave himself a LeBron hairline.
To bring attention to Hoover's situation.
Right.
And actually, I got Larry Hoover Jr. with me.
I introduced myself. I recognize his face.
So at a certain moment, I want to take a moment where he can talk about the exact situation. Y'all can really understand.
So here's the thing. I love Kanye West for, always talking about prisoner rights, freeing people from prison. Like he does have weirdly, despite the fact that he's like obviously bananas, he does have like weird empathy. And I mean, he did cover a lot of that in Donda, which was great. But then he fucking turns around and he like compares that to cancel culture, which is like boomer shit, and it makes no sense. Like, yeah, Larry Hoover been in prison his entire life, kind of like the baby who's in a mental prison for being, being homophobic for a second for the rest of his life. You're very similar.
And this leader and political prisoner, like when I went to the White House, I said, this is me in a different dimension. Any one of us that can organize somebody, they gonna take us down. They've been taking, the leaders and the fathers out of the community and only leave us with a hustler mentality because you ain't got a dad that's showing you how to save money and what property to buy and how to build your own factories. We're gonna be jumping up and down for the idea of like Virgil getting a job for Bernard Arnault or me getting a job at The Gap or Adidas. A lot of times it's like we all was born white supremacist, racist, and homophobic. That's the bottom, that's the baseline. That's another thing. I don't even got the word for it, but it's like a phobia of mental health. That's the thing when people try to write it off. That's like even when I cut my hair like that, I'm like, yo, they're gonna try to freeze
what's the
my
name
account.
of that haircut?
At first, I called it the Britney.
Oh, Britney Spears. Okay, I get it.
Now it could be called a yay. But when I see that, bro, I'm telling you, the Declaration of Insanity is a form of censorship and control.
You taking some Hennessy? I like to salute that. Take some more Hennessy, goddammit. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but it's fucking interesting. Let's go. You gotta sip it. It doesn't count unless you sip it.
I mean, feds, Democrat, whatever, they know who I am. So I was up there like, man, maybe I shouldn't do, this interview because that's when they gonna come. You gotta understand, Kobe.
You can say whatever the fuck you want over here.
Yeah, but it's everything has like a butterfly effect. Kobe died on, in Calabasas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the street where I would drive my kids to school.
That's crazy.
This video game, this Grand Theft Auto, is real.
Right.
So, but with me and Drake, we all really on the same team. Just even on this planet, period, we on the same team. We the people we think is our ops and all this stuff. Once we understand, and this is, I think, the job that God actually has for me, is for us to all realize that we are playing inside of the same time. There's one thing we all got in common. We all in the same place in the Christian calendar at all times. We could be the first civilization to become civil. A matter of fact, let me take out the word can. I hate the word can. I hate these like in between, you know, word can and should and if is like feds. It's like somebody you think is with you, they're not really with you. They're like a fourth leg that could just fall anytime your whole table fall over. Like, that's why we have to will these things in fruition. So we say we will be the first civilization to become civil. We still in the dark ages. We attack each other. Mentally, we go back to the rap stuff with me and Drake. We in World War III. This is warfare right here. What they do, people can comment on you online that you don't know. You can't come see them. You know what I'm saying? It's in Korea, the suicide rates is crazy. People's esteem, how you feel about yourself, body.
Bro, he went from Larry Hoover to a more prescient and true take about fucking the plight of, I guess, fatherlessness, which is what racists use all the time about like the African American community, by linking it back to the criminal justice system, to a declaration of insanity is the same as freedom of speech violations. Did he talk about his hair? How did I miss that part? I was listening. Kanye's hair.
Dysmorphia, overdoing it with the drip and all that. So I'm about, like, Robin Hood really breaking down the class system. That's why I went to the Gap. Like, people's like, man, Virgil went to Louis, you went to the Gap. I said, I always wanted to create egalitarian.
You worked for the Gap at one point.
I worked for the Gap, so it was meant to be. I always felt like Gap was sort of like Apple of apparel. For me, esteem and clothing is so connected. Your ego connected to the first time my mom bought me some Jordans in 4th grade. I didn't even know they was the 4s. I got the 4s in 4th grade. If I always look for like lineups like that. And somebody told my mama, he gonna like this. And then I walked through the school and everybody was looking at my shoes. I didn't even know about it. Then I would go visit my dad out in Tacoma Park, Maryland, and it was this rich kid that had enough Jordans to be able to wear mismatched Jordans like BBD. And he'd have them with the Jabot shorts and with a polo shirt. Because I'm coming there dressed like Heavy D with the metal with the tip of my shoes and stuff with like rayon shirts and polka dots. And he's like, we don't dress like that no more. We dress like this. I came back to Chicago with the new style, and ever since then, I always been like ahead of niggas.
Looking for number connections is literally a symptom of schizophrenia. It's so like every QAnon supporter is schizophrenic, is what you're saying.
And I always like that feeling of being ahead. But if you're ahead long enough, you need to become the head. You need to become the leader. So I had the wildest conversation. Like, I remember this one time, Lauren gonna be mad at me, but I texted her, I said, I'm
saying Lauren, you talking about Lauren Hill?
Yeah, Lauren Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of super name drops.
We getting the graphics ready.
And I was like, I'm the leader. And she was like, you a leader. You're not the leader.
Shout out to Lauren Hill.
Hold on. So she said you a leader. She didn't call you the leader. Not the supreme leader.
Yeah, but no, the supreme leader is God, but God appoints leaders. And at a certain point, they are leaders. You know, so all the like Me Too, like when I sit next to Marilyn Manson and DaBaby right after both of them got canceled for 5 songs, you know, it's like they can't cancel us all.
They ain't canceling Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle ain't getting canceled.
Bro, this is great. He's like, it's class solidarity for the wealthy. Like, he's just like demonstrating, in a weird way, it's more honest. Because it's true. Not real for the reason. It's not real for that reason. Also, did he just like briefly mention that he had the divine right, like as though God appointed him to be a leader? I feel like Kanye West is so fucking buck wild. That like when he says shit like that, I don't even, I just glance past it. Like any other person says, God appoints God appoints leaders. He's the number one leader, but then God appoints leaders. Me, I'm one of the God appointed leaders. I'd be like, what? Did you just fucking say that? You're psychotic. But when Kanye West says it, you are like, oh, this is in a sea of 14 other random insane things that you just said, including, a bunch of like strung along sentences and like really lucid, but really vivid, visceral, and accurate moments. So you just kind of move past it.
That's what I'm saying. Right. We got it, and then it's like they'll hit you with like an accusation of somebody that you was with, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then also it's like there's women who have been through really serious things, pulled in alleys against their will. That's different than a hug. Right. But it's classified as the same thing. Right. It's classified as the same thing. It's power and politics. Power-hungry maniacs and just control. This is 1984, mind control that we in.
And mob mentality, too.
How you feel about cancel culture? How you feel about cancel culture?
Oh, man, I love it. I'm above it.
They try to cancel you like 15 times.
That's it. I'm above it. I'm above it. You know what I mean? I love it. I'm above it. That's the clouds. When you're in a jet, you look down at the clouds. It's like I'm like running to get canceled. Doing this show, it's just like I'm begging to get canceled.
I mean, he's right. He's right. At least he's honest about it. So many other celebrities fucking traffic in the whole like I'm being canceled again by the woke mob bullshit. Kanye was just like, nah, I'm above it, and he's right. He is above it. It's not wrong. He's right. It's not real, and people like Kanye West are literally above cancel culture.
We don't give a fuck. Come on.
And then different people will call me and make suggestions and be like, I suggest, maybe you shouldn't be buying.
Like, Kanye West is above cancel culture. You know why? He's a fucking boomer and he like doesn't really know how to use his phone. Because that's it. Ultimately, that's how you stay above cancel culture. If you're a fucking boomer, you're like low-key above cancel culture.
If you suggesting that to me, why are you so into it? Unless you really into it. Unless you really part of the mob. Because the mob, it got a couple mob members here right now. Most definitely. Right. Most definitely. Right. You know what I'm saying? That different kind of mob. But they got to understand, they all doing their job. We all here for a reason. God got a reason. God sees everything. Right. And if I'm still alive, God's not finished. Like I say on 24, right. Which I wrote. I actually wrote the day before Kobe passed the melody. And we ended up, and the funny thing, we went back and forth on this song, and when we did the listening event down in Atlanta, the first one, for However Atlanta, we started with 24.
You're talking about for the Donda album?
For the Donda album, okay. Yeah, we started with 24. Right. All my people out the trenches, living up, making all right. And then the funny thing, I had a clip of Kobe and his daughter in the video, and we called his wife, everything, and we couldn't get it cleared. But one of the things when Kobe passed, there was somebody that I used to work with whose wife literally tweeted, "Let's not forget that Kobe was accused." And that's what they said.
And that's when Snoop reacted to that. Yeah. Because, okay, continue. Let me know what you
So that's what they said, because you talk about superheroes. Right. They don't want to, what did AZ say? They don't want to see a black man turn to John Gotti or Khaled. But like, they don't want you to have this. They want you to have a house. They want you to have the cars. They want you to look at the numbers on, you know, Billboard or Spotify or that's completely controlled. They want you to look at they want you to base your self-esteem off of TikTok. Hi, God. If another nigga talk to me about TikTok,
I don't got TikTok.
Bro,
I don't got TikTok.
Bro, it's fine. Y'all could play, you know, praise God and everything, and that's great. I'm happy that it connects to my children and everything, but it's none of these things that can make me, and that's the idea of being a nomad. I like that term.
Bro, he's literally, I mean, that's just boomer shit.
No, because I was talking to the head of IKEA about creating, I'm sure he won't like that.
Keep going. I'm into it.
They're like, this is the first person that went and Me Too'd himself. So, wait, you're not laughing. You didn't like that. I'm reading the energy in the room. It'll be an uproar. Here comes the backlash.
Bro, this is the most chaotic table setup I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. What is happening here? Can someone describe to me the beverages? Like, are they sponsored by all these beverages? Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? There's so much happening. You got like Hennessy. There's an air horn. But like, this is nastiness, dude. This has got Monster Energy, all these other types of canned drinks. I think there's a shot glass in front of them. I guess they're sponsored by Monster. You follow Corinna Koff on Twitter after her multiple anti-vax takes. Now I know it's not for her tweets. What? Why the fuck would I follow Corinna Koff for her tweets?
Reading the energy in the room. It'll be an uproar. Here comes the backlash.
So you were the president of IKEA. Let's go. You were the president of IKEA. What happened?
He gonna be like, so I was just talking to him and said, look, we need to create better situations.
I tried to change her anti-vax position. I couldn't. I failed.
For homeless people. You know, it's a really utopian dictator concept of, okay, we're gonna eradicate homelessness. What about people who want to be homeless?
And there's a lot of them that want to be homeless.
There's a lot.
Oh yeah, dude, so many, bro. I mean, straight up, just like, yeah, the ones that want to be fucking homeless are like weirdo trust punks and fucking trust fund anarchists and shit. Not like the overwhelming majority, not like the 99.9% of homeless people, dude. What the fuck?
A lot of people. Yeah. So that would change. You got to think. We used to have water fountains. Now we got a plastic problem because of water bottles. That's capitalism.
That's deep.
Right. You know, everyone only thinks about themselves, especially our black leaders.
Right.
Wouldn't none of us run on stage? Wouldn't none of us say, George Bush don't care about? We are very self-interested.
Those are two of the best moments in American history.
Yeah.
You said George Bush don't care about black people, and when you told Taylor Swift that Beyonce had the best video of all
and
time.
I was very...
That's American history right there.
And I was very... Would it be okay to not hit that for the whole rest of the year?
No problem.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Man, you know I got a gentle mental.
No problem.
Yeah.
But that's American history. Like, what was it Hennessy that night that with Taylor Swift when you sat there? Because why did you want to do that?
You know, well, I was showing both of my addictions. You know, I found my dad's Playboy when I was 5 years old, and I started drinking beer or something in high school. So I actually was carrying both of my addictions, one in one arm, one in the other. I was actually talked in to going to the award show.
What?
At that time, it was Don C's job to talk me into stuff. They find new people whose job would be to talk me into doing something that I don't want to do. Influencers, people around you. So that night I said, man, I'm not going to this award show.
Did Kanye just admit to being a coomer? Like a pathological coomer too? Who simply can't stop cooming? I respect that. What? Elon spilled? Why does your pee-pee look like you just came? What? Whether or not the world's wealthiest man pays any taxes at all shouldn't depend on the results of a Twitter poll. It's time for the billionaire's income tax. What? What just happened? Did he get hacked? I'm gonna add Grimes under this. Like, yo, Grimes, you need to reach out to me. We need to talk about this. Did Elon Musk stands be like, bro, he posted again. It was so good. He said pee-pee. Bro, he said pee-pee. Oh, a profile picture. That's what the pee-pee is? Who the fuck says pee-pee as profile picture? I've never heard that before in my entire life. There's a reason why it's called PFP. PP token up 100. KANYE also just admitted to being manipulated by his management.
I'm not sitting through this no more. And the very first award, they sit me in the front. Now you got single ladies video is like.
You was with Amber at the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got, this is one of the best videos of in history.
Talking about Beyonce.
Yeah, the single lady. So it's not that it's just for her. When an artist does something that's that compelling and incredible, we gotta respect it.
Right.
Like I feel like this year should nobody just even put their album in the category of album of the year, so I can finally have album of the year. Because you don't want to be the person that beat Donda for album of the year.
I love that. I love that.
No, you gotta understand. I made Watch the Throne. And I made Watch the Throne and Dark Fantasy in the same year, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in the same year, and neither of them got nominated for Album of the Year.
Yeah,
wow.
Not even nominated.
Not even nominated.
That's crazy.
So, and you know what I love, hate? I'm gonna just tell y'all this. When white people say the word rapper, that is saying nigger. When you say it to me, you getting away with saying nigger.
Damn.
Oh, the rapper.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, the rapper. Or like last night on the game, they had my face on the Chiron and on the screen and said, hip hop artists. Specifically, I was like, you know, I got a PhD from the Art Institute of Chicago, from the most prestigious art school in the world.
Wow.
Could I at least be called an artist? But you know, here it's like, in America, they not gonna just give it to you, but it's to be bought. It's to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, bro.
Wait, did he actually? Or was it an honorary degree? Oh, he got an honor. Okay. I get what he's saying. Like they're using rapper as a pejorative. Like, but I think that's his own. I don't know. I feel like it might be his own insecurity. People don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like that's his own insecurity about feeling like people are constantly putting him down and constantly devaluing what he does, because no one will ever see him the way he sees himself, which is God. So obviously, like, you know, he loves being around yes men. He loves people that clap at him, okay, when he says like shit. So for that very reason, I feel like he's just insecure about whenever people use like. He's so narcissistic that I feel like he's insecure that people are like devaluing him or undermining him. And that's why he just like thinks that when people call him a rapper, that it's like pejorative. There is some truth to it though. There is truth to it, which you even see with like the fucking Astroworld stuff that's going on, where people absolutely, without a fucking doubt, find rap to be a lower form of media. You're literally racist for saying that, to be honest. What, that I'm saying that Kanye West is not God? I'm sorry. Delusions of persecution are common in bipolar disorder. Yeah, obviously has them a lot. So, as I was saying, yes, there is like there is certainly a I mean, white supremacy is baked into every facet of American existence. So he's not wrong in the sense that like yes, there are definitely people that consider rap to be like a lower form of art or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But I don't know if like every single time that he's mentioned as a rapper instead of like as an artist or whatever, that they're doing that because they want to put him down. That would only be the case if he himself feels as though he is above being a rapper, and that being a rapper somehow is a bad thing. And I don't think being a rapper is a bad thing. I think being a rapper is awesome. Like, I feel like he doesn't think that though, because he partially thinks he is above that. He's rose above being a rapper. I feel like the other billionaires in the room probably look down on him. I mean, yeah, most likely.
This is like There Will Be Blood. You know, I'm not
Dragon's
really...
blood? That's what they be talking about.
Yeah, absolutely dragon's blood. In the Bible, they got dragons. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. There will be blood, bro. Like, remember when a dude brother acted like he was his brother and everything, and like I don't know if y'all seen this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, but that's me, bro. That's me, bro. It's like the kid with the pink polos. I be telling people like, yo, it's not like that no more with me. Period. Like, bro, like, cause you know what I'm saying? They did everything. God gave me that 6.6. Like, right when they announced that Kim was filing for divorce, 1 week later, whatever, God was like, nah, this is my son right here, 6.6. And Forbes was always on some white supremacist shit, like down on me. For 3 years, they like, oh, Kylie a billionaire, Ye not a billionaire. You know, and even in my Forbes, if you read the article, it's like, it's drenched with some like Jackie Robinson, everything is say, duh,
Like the
nigga,
first, 'cause Jackie
blank,
Robinson was the
nigga,
first.
duh, nigga, what'd you say?
Because Jackie Robinson was the first.
Yeah. So the idea of what it even means to be a billionaire, but to not colored inside the lines. You know, my mom was born into a drinking fountain. They told her what fountain she could drink out of.
Okay.
Now we born into a vote. They literally call it the black vote.
Yeah.
And
Oh my Lord. Oh God. Oh.
by the way, we blood of Christ. We blood of Moses.
Right.
We're not just a color in a crayon box. And if we knew that, who we really were, we'd treat each other differently. We'd treat ourselves differently. So when you say, I'm black and I'm proud, like, but of what? What concept are we understanding? They say, go see the African History Museum. Why do they start when the boats came? Why don't they start with the drums?
When we was kings. And,
No, they don't want it, but we are kings. But the 400 years doesn't have to deal with slavery. It has to deal with the Bible. It has to deal with us being disobedient to God.
Right.
And that's why we farm land that isn't our own. Record labels, the NBA, Hollywood. These boys be scared. They be sitting there. Michael B. Jordan be telling my cousin, like, man, I want to do what Ye do, but I'm just, you know, I'm right here. Or, you know, like Kevin Hart be like, man, I like that. I'm envious of what Dave Chappelle could do. And then they sitting it at us. Me to them. Say this. Tech.
Before you say anything more, please stay out of black people's business. Okay.
Blah, he said this, he said that. It's like, boy, this there will be blood. Stop fucking with me. Because y'all fucking with my money. Y'all doing shit. I got 80 accounts right now. I got people that's like, why I got 80 accounts? That's that Bob Marley through the toe. You understand? I make hundreds of millions a year. Then I look up and it's like, yo, why I got 30 extra people came down to Sunday service. You know, 30 other extra people, that's 30 cars, 30 flights, 30 mini bars, 30 movies. Who watching? Ain't nobody load up this movie. Who wants to see? Well, I wish I had a name of a funny ass movie that don't nobody want to see. That would have made it funny. But who want to see this movie? You get what I'm saying? These is moves, and I come up. It was one dude working with me. I said, how many storages I got? I said I got 8 storages. And then my wife, because she's still my wife, it ain't no paperwork.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Go ahead, gangster. Go ahead, keep going. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. So I gave it to her because she's really good at storage. She loves, like, this is her pastime is like organizing. So when she went to the store, she's like, oh, you got 36 storages. That's a silent murder. That's gas. That's like poisoning you slow through the wasabi. Or something in every little piece of sushi.
You got Japanese whiskey. That's
yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah, you know.
The only person on this planet that can make me forget the top of the hour ad break without fucking stun locks is Kanye West and his like insane ramblings, dude. Because I did forget at the top of the hour at 4 p.m. to run a 60-second ad break, but I'm going to run it right now. And if you'd like to no longer see those ads, he's a bigger hypocrite than you, Hasan. Lamafal. Ugh, a lol W poster. Disgusting. So it's the middle of the hour. Every hour. It's time for a 6-second ad break. A lol poster. I'm physically focused on trying to understand what he's saying, dude. Listen. Middle of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5, or you can do that for free with a Twitch Prime. If you got a Twitch Prime, you can use it here for free to avoid the ads. Here's the ad now.
No, let's switch it up.
Switch to the Japanese whiskey. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, welcome back, baby. I'm trying to get the Nabigi. Yeah. Instead of Biggie, it's gonna be no Biggie. Nabigi.
Everything in moderation.
My wife over there popping bottles. Oh God, Jesus. So as Biggs walked in, I don't know if you've seen that was Biggs right there, but I always.
Oh, tell him what I said when you asked me if I'd do a versus with Jay.
He said no.
Why I say I wouldn't do it?
Because he's the boss. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We recorded.
That's respect. But damn, you fucked me up.
We got the box. Let's get this box, man.
Okay, yeah, please. Yo, we don't know if you know, our show is about giving people their flowers while they're alive. And we need you to know how much you're important to us.
Oh, wow.
Open it up from
Yeah.
Wow.
This is,
shout out to
we need you to know. Because I said it in the beginning, but I want to reiterate this because I want you to really know, how many, not just black youth.
Listen, Kanye West is what you get when you have good observation of issues, but very little analysis backing the accurate solutions to said issues, said problems, rather. Like, he describes a lot of issues like criminal justice system, homelessness, capitalism, he says, but like his analysis on capitalism is just like saying capitalism is bad and not really anything, right? Beyond that. And it's like, I feel like whenever he talks, about capitalism or whatever, he has the reverse Fred Hampton quote. Like, it's always the fucking reverse Fred Hampton, the famous Fred Hampton quote that is that you can't fight fire with fire, you need to fight fire with water. So you can't fight racism with like black capitalism. You must fight it with socialism. I'm butchering it. But that's he literally has the exact opposite of that quote. Where he's like, "No, dude, it's really bad. Like, things are bad for black people. Like, we were stolen. Our ethnicity and our culture was robbed from us because of slavery, and that's why we need to have like black businesses, and we need to have like wealthier black guys running shit." Or maybe you have small head takes. He literally never said that. Did you just like skip over the part where he's talking about people are afraid because black people are like owning businesses, or black celebrities are afraid of like being multifaceted and owning and getting beyond That's fair. It's easy to see how we can identify issues, but sometimes doesn't have enough background to provide solutions. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Because I was reading it. I was reading chat. I thought he was talking about celebrities, talking about cancel culture, scared of cancel culture. That, but also he's talking about like the power that black celebrities have. And he always brings up like other rich black community leaders and rich black celebrities as like the solution.
Not just Spanish youth, not just white youth, but how you are really inspirational to a whole generation. You made people dress different. You made people, wanna really have their albums produced greatly again. You brought that back to hip hop, and I want to tell you that as face-to-face, man-to-man, eye-to-eye, we appreciate you, we love you, and you mean the world to us. Wow. And you did a record for me back in the days, I don't know if you remember, and you didn't even charge me. I ain't have it, though. I ain't have it.
This is a Fred Hampton quote? Oh,
what
here.
Makes them mad about it, what makes them mad about it is that they had black people and white poor people and red poor people and Puerto Rican poor people and Latin American Puerto Rican people of poor people of all descents. They had a
Whenever I see Fred Hampton, like original Fred Hampton footage, I'm blown away by how well that fucking British dude played him. I forget what his name is. Like it's wild how well he portrayed him in the movie. It's insane, dude. Daniel Kaluuya, yeah.
caught up in movements based on racism when the Black Panther Party stood up and said that we don't care what anybody says. We don't think you fight fire with fire best. We think you fight fire with water best. We're going to fight racism, not with racism, but we're going to fight with solidarity.
We're not going to fight racism with racism. We're going to fight racism with solidarity.
We said we're not going to fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight it with socialism.
We're not going to fight capitalism with black capitalism. We're going to fight it with socialism.
We stood up and said we're not going to fight reactionary pigs and reactionary state's attorneys like this and reactionary state's attorneys like Hanrahan with any other reactions on our part. We're going to fight their reactions where all of us people are getting together and have an international proletarian revolution. Right on.
Thanks for the audio description of the audio. Well, it's not picking up everything he's saying, so that's why. He's speaking English. Why are you interpreting? Because it's fucking 12p, okay? And the subtitles are fucking terrible. And the audio is peaking. Do you not want me to do that and be more fucking accommodating and helpful? Dumb bitches. Shut the fuck up. I know why that motherfucker said that, though. That motherfucker said that because, like, what? We can't understand. You can't understand, or you assume people can't understand his, like, accent. Is it a black accent? Is that why? Is that why you wanted to say that, dude? Do you feel woke now? You feel smart? You dumb bitch. I can't even be fucking nice without, like, dumbasses trying to jump down my fucking throat, dude.
You was way too expensive. And I tried. I was like, yo, he said, nah, it's good. It's on the house. It's on the house.
Hey, he did freestyles for me on my mixtapes back in the days. I know he's not gonna remember that
But
at all.
you did steal one of my lines. You said, I go to Jacob with 25,000. You stole my shit. Keep it real. Keep it
25. I made a whole song out of
You made a
that.
whole song.
With 2,500 wow. I got a plaque on my wall right now. You got your first gold singer. Oh, nigga, wow.
I was looking at that. Because I said, but yo, so you want to drink some Hibiki?
Yeah.
All right, let's get him a new glass. New glasses, please.
Yeah.
I think that's a new glass right there.
That's a new glass? Okay, all right, cool. Hibiki. Biggs, I'm sorry. It's 10 a.m., but you gonna drink two with us too. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm
drinking at
looking
10
dead at
a.m.?
you, but I...
You know what's funny? I just bought a bigger house last night. I got a backpack that's this big.
We're talking about the mobile homes.
Yeah. This is my home. No, that's my house. My home is when my daughter FaceTime me. But my house is that backpack.
Nice.
Okay, so this is what I was gonna ask you. One of the most controversial records.
This is the saddest thing, bro. Come on. You're going to drink, like, nice fucking Japanese whiskey out of a plastic cup? One of those, like, dude, what the fuck? That's disrespectful, dude. What the fuck? Why don't they have, like, actual good glasses, dude?
So most dopest records I've ever heard you make was Biggs' brother, used to be. And I thought that was so honest. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, I believe the word jealous is not a bad word. But sometimes you could be jealous and say, I want what this person wants. That doesn't mean you're a hater. Hate is something different. Hate is I despise you. And I felt like that's not what it was saying with that record, but it was like, I want this slot, and I'm gonna stop at no means of getting the slot. Am I incorrect? Or,
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think about when I do things, you know, I go and be on my monk. I'm just traveling the world. I have a home, stuff like but when we go in, like we was doing the listening sessions, we want to make it hurt. That's what competition is. We made everybody push their summer back. You know, Drake pushed back those release dates. Okay. That's for fact. That actually, you know, that actually happened. And then they had people come out saying, oh, you know, he, you know, the other thing, I saw this thing that Styles said about this going back and forth. I understand it's interesting to people, but man, I love Drake. I love all artists, period. But not even to mention Drake. I love Drake. I love all artists. No, let's have Drake just have his spot of what he meant in my life specifically and what he's meant to rap, you know, over the past decade specifically. This is.
At least black capitalism is more viable than a socialist revolution, lol. If anyone knows defeatism, it's you. Fucking own, dude. You literally went back in time and just destroyed Fred Hampton, dude. Call yourself the FBI chatter because you fucking destroyed a revolutionary black activist in his sleep like the FBI murdered him. Thank God, dude. Thank God chatter is here. Fucking own, dude. What did you, like, fucking one finger type that? I'm not even talking about Fred Hampton, though. Lol. Doesn't matter, dumbass. I'm talking about Fred Hampton because you are literally destroying his quote, what he said. Go ahead, dude. He's the one who said it. Debunked. Fred Hampton debunked. Broke Fred Hampton's back on the wheel of logic. Ben Shapiro ass dumbass.
Is I would say the most, if I wasn't me, most of the time.
He only thinks you are wrong, not the person who said it. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah. He's like, I fucking disagree with your point, not Fred Hampton's point. Oh, okay. Never mind. Explain yourself, chatter. Come on, you have the floor. Go ahead, bro. I agree with Fred Hampton, but you are an L nerd and I can't stand you. Oh, man. I'm not even talking about Fred Hampton. No, I'm talking about what you said about Kanye's take on white people being mad at black capitalism. Oh, is that what you were saying when you said at least black capitalism is more viable than a socialist revolution, lol? If anyone knows defeatism, it's you. Because that was a direct response to me mentioning Fred Hampton's statements. Is that what you were doing? Good try though. I mean, you're I don't know if you're aware of this, but like we can read all of your chats. We can read all your chat comments. Goalposts have officially moved, dude. Is that what happened? Refresh law. I'm refreshing. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, that's what you meant. That's why you were saying. That's what you were saying. At least black capitalism is more viable than a socialist revolution. If anyone knows defeatism is you. Got it. Okay. Or maybe you're just fucking embarrassed. So, and now you're just like fucking being like, oh yeah, totally. I was just, I wasn't doing that. I was just fucking trying to dunk on you. I don't even disagree that Kanye West is correct when he says that, you know, white people are mad at black people. Chatter clarified that they weren't arguing against sex workers. 8/19/2021. Oh. He's constantly finding himself having to clarify himself, I guess. Can we not do this? Yeah, that's true. We shouldn't do this. It's not rich white people that are mad that black people are becoming rich. It's poor white people that are mad. Yeah. Rich black people are a threat to poor white people. They think that means that they themselves can't become rich because now we're giving unearned wealth to black people because they just automatically assume that black people are not worthy of becoming billionaires or something like that. But that's not the point. The point I was trying to make, or the point I was making, which I didn't even make a point on my own, was just to rehash what Fred Hampton had said about solidarity. But ultimately, rich people are not a threat to the system at all. Doesn't matter if they're black or white.
But this is a very important artist that actually added something to the algorithm. Because watch this, it's like our phones have what do you call their, like, the hard drives and the way somebody that's more technical.
The chips.
The microchips, right?
The processors.
They're processors, right? We are God's ultimate iPhone. We are God's favorite creation. So if Steve Jobs was God, we would be his iPhone. Right. And we are simply programmed. And we go with the program and some are unprogrammed, and some of the unprogrammed are people who they say are crazy, or people who go off the rails, people who end up homeless. And the program are the people who go with the program. And you have this thing, like when I said, when I hit you with a WYD, you better not hit me with a HUY. Better be like, hi, with a bunch of I's, or hey, with a bunch of Y. And so it's, you know, people who heard that song would text me back with a bunch of I's or a bunch of Y's. We just right there adjusted the programming. That's simple. That's what media, that's the mind control. It's all about, can you be a part of the programming? What I say to Drake is he added something to the algorithm as we become more civilized and more sophisticated. The style of rap that he was doing was more sophisticated than the style of rap that I grew up on. Now, I had notes from Nas and Rakim, and obviously from me, but I also had notes from Sade. I had notes, and people want to make jokes about that, but it made it.
No, I give massages to Sade.
There you go.
I play Sade when I give massages.
There you go.
Continue. So you a real nigga, just throwing it out there. That's what I do. I'm sorry. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
So that made it, his music.
I just want to point out that it's 10 a.m. When they said it's 10 a.m., it blew my fucking. They are this. They're getting drunk at 10 a.m., dude. Opmek Hasan Senpai, can I take you out on a date, please? No.
Was more accessible. There was a time when like rap wasn't as accessible, and he created this thing that actually has good melodies in it, you know, good music in it that became massively accessible. So it's sort of like the iPhone. Music is such an interesting thing to create, a genre to create in, because grab music right now, grab it with your hands. It's like it's in the air.
Intangible, right?
It's intangible. It's intangible, like the concept of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You with somebody, you might only see them twice out the week. If y'all married, you might only see them 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day before y'all go to sleep. But y'all together. It's a concept that you live on, an idea. You know, in this GTA, we are an idea. So for instance, I gotta say this to Boo. I kind of feel like he knew that I was working on cities. He knew I was working on cities, but when you think about a city, who you think about? Akon. So I feel like
Akon.
Boo's like, man, you know, I'm gonna let you know, Ye about to drop his city right now. I get
Wyoming?
Yeah, which is period. Civilizations. This is your man right here was like, are you working on that Epcot? You know, cities of the future. I'm like, man, how you know that? He said, man, I know what wave you on. Okay. So
because nobody never liked it to go to Wyoming until you went there. I'm just wondering.
Bro, my man said, dude, you invented Wyoming. Dude, these guys, this is kind of sad because of how old they are. But this is like if Elon Musk was being interviewed by like Elon Musk simps. You know what I mean? Like they're just stands. I've never seen this level of ass kissing before, dude. What's your take on Akon building a city in Senegal? Why would I have like a bad take on that? What black person was looking to go to Wyoming though? Wait, what? Did that situation change, or are there like black people that are like, yo, I want to live in Wyoming now? Like, what do you mean? He's not wrong. Kanye West made Wyoming trendy. What? The only people that want to live in Wyoming are rich people, okay? The only people that want to live in Wyoming are people that are already rich. And they've been living in Wyoming before Kanye West invented Wyoming. Okay? Invented Wyoming, the state. Like, this is oddly ableist.
Or even afterwards, apparently, some people afterwards.
Only you. They only came to Wyoming for you. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, it was a step. You know, the problem is they say, I was talking to Jay Prince and talking to Elon. There's another, we're going to do another drop.
Are you talking about Elon Musk?
Yes.
All right, continue.
Elon,
this is normal.
Elon Wilson.
His cousin.
Asian Potato. He lived in Wyoming for a while to produce 2 albums and to get away from Cali. It's also one of his covers. Oh, wow. I had no idea. Thanks, man. Listen, if you're a true Kanye stan, you just like don't even acknowledge that album exists. Okay? So that's 1. And 2, that doesn't mean anything. I know all of that and I'm still making fun of that.
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
So I was talking to Jay Prince and talking to Elon, which I
That's an
love.
amazing combination
It's an amazing spectrum.
Right.
It's actually closer than we think.
Wow.
'Cause why is it so far?
Wow. Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? When I think about, you know, certain people's ability, like Biggs is someone, he know how to read a contract. That's how it's very few of us that's 7 feet tall and it's very few of us that's 3 feet tall. We all play our position inside of this modern day Wakanda that we actually in. We're at the brink of it. You know what I'm saying? After this interview, I possibly could be taken out. But the interview has happened though, because I've infected y'all
Yes, you
to
have.
think in the yay way.
We infected, my brother. We are in.
It's like when they say, this is the man on the moon, this is the first black man on the moon. I was telling people like investors, people we having SPAC, I was with the black. White person, first of all, we all beings alike. We're not even classified under race. But if we're gonna be inside of race conversation, don't be telling me what you done did for the black people. I started the black SPAC or this black investments for hair clippers and what you think I might be into. I remember being out in San Francisco, bro. It's like I ain't never made money with not one person from Silicon Valley. Have you ever saw the show Silicon Valley?
Yeah,
yes,
it's a great show.
Like the opening episode was Kid Rock performing, and he said, "I'm Kid Rock," and then nobody clapped at the end of his performance, and one dude says, "See, that's Kid Rock. He the brokest person here." That best describes my experience in Silicon Valley, whether I'm sitting with Google, whether I'm sitting with Mark Zuckerberg.
God damn it, dude. That's the saddest. Dude, never compare yourself to Kid Rock. Come on, dude. How far he has fallen. That's the worst thing I've heard in this entire... That's the worst thing I've heard from Kanye West in this entire interview. It includes every other thing that he said. Yeah, worse. Yeah, he compared himself to Hitler. Nope. This is worse, dude.
Zuckerberg, whether I'm sitting, man, I already been shadow banned. They shadow banned me in the middle of the election. So what I got to lose? I don't use Twitter anymore. I'm friends with Jack Dorsey. I said, man, why y'all shadow ban me? He hit me back and said, I don't see anything weird here. Cause you gave me I didn't inhale ass answer to why I got shadow banned after I went to Haiti.
I don't even know what shadow ban mean. I'm sorry.
Man,
I'm just saying.
They don't see your stuff.
They don't see your stuff.
You don't notice it, but they don't see it.
Load up, if you go right now and load up Emmanuel album by Sunday Service on Apple.
Bro, he's literally a divorced dad. Like, we are failing to see the truth that is right in front of our eyes. That Kanye West is a divorced dad, okay? This is straight up. This is some straight divorced dad shit, dude. Like, talking about not understanding how to use phones, like meeting with, Twitter Jack and being like, I'm shadow banned. It's all of this is divorced dad shit, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't type it all the way to the
Is he literally a divorced dad? I mean, he is. He literally is a divorced dad.
end, it ain't gonna pop up.
Yeah.
It's little things inside of.
But let's be clear. You was a little crazy on Twitter at one point. Remember? You was kind of.
Yeah, but does that get a right for them to shadow ban?
It's freedom of speech, though,
I
too.
don't
You're
even
taking
know
that
what shadow
away.
ban means.
Yeah, and then what was the crazy?
Cancel culture. Me Too is 1987. Like, oh my God, I said it wrong. 1984. It's all
This
divorced
thing
dad
exposing
shit.
exposing I had 10 contracts that everybody around me knew I had 10 contracts. Everybody that supposedly cared for me knew I had 10
Because you're not on
contracts.
Def Jam no more, right?
Oh, I'm off of it now. But what I'm saying is, I signed contract after contract after contract after contract, and it's like one of my skill sets is not reading. One of my skill sets is not counting. And people are like, oh, you need to learn how. Man, I ain't telling these niggas learn how to dress. I'm not telling these niggas. But if we moved as a family in a community, you know what Jay say we could fall, we could be each other's crutches. We could benefit each other, but the system tears us apart left and right.
Right.
Jay this way, Dane that way, Ye this way, Virgil that way.
Right.
We stronger together. We
Right.
impenetrable together.
I love
We
that
have
word,
to
even though
vote.
I don't know what it means. Impenetrable?
Impenetrable.
Yeah, you can't get through.
That.
You can't get through.
Impenetrable.
Yeah.
Some using
Yo,
that one.
we have to vote as a block.
Right.
We vote.
Like, I would have voted for you for president.
Wait, so he's saying at first he used that as a negative. He said black people vote as a block, like likening it to black people having to drink from segregated water fountains. But now he's like, we have to vote as a block.
President.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see me on the I went on a campaign. I was.
We talked about it a lot. We talked about it a lot.
I was like.
I mean, this dude. Okay, bro. We know you would have voted for him. Okay, we got it.
Like five. It was like, I was by myself. Like not the people who supported me, but I supported you.
Yeah.
I remember.
But
you absolutely talked about it a lot.
When
It's on TMZ.
Oh, praise God, I appreciate that. When it's time to get free, the only way we're going to do it is by leverage and anchor. It's like the Jewish community is not the most people in America, but they understand how to collectively use their leverage to have a position that serves them. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I keep on saying is we're us. We're a collective. Humanity, we're a collective. But we so easy to get into like an ego thing. Just like with the Drake thing, man. I love Drake. I was just telling you things that he was doing in the professional game of rap that was throwing me off. And then, okay, I bit his ear. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. That was Mike Tyson, Holyfield. That was professional sports. We in professional rap, meaning it's too many people that get paid off of either of us for something to happen to either of us.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll be on the record talking about, I'm going to do this. No, you're not.
You're too rich, man. You're too rich.
It does become ridiculous at that point.
Yeah, it's, you know what I mean? So, and why, you know, and life is just so fun and it's lit and we get to be professional, you know, rappers for a period of time out of our life and pull in this energy and have people talking about it, but it's a certain responsibility. I think that it's a redemption, a redeeming quality. This is what I have. I'll be wanting to sit down with Drake to say this, just as an OG to him, is the redemption. Like when I asked him for the beat for TSU, that's my favorite song on CLB. It's like, Mama is not around.
Okay, you're wrong. My 80-year-old neighbor wears those same glasses. Those glasses are fire. Look, you can make fun of a lot of stuff with Kanye, and sometimes like his fits are a little ridiculous, but like those glasses are dope as fuck. I would wear those glasses. His outfit here is hard for sure.
That is not around.
CLB, talking about certified little boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna do a joke like, man, you ain't know the name of the album.
Listen, man. I live in my own world too, man. I'm not exactly you or him, but I live in my own world too, and I'm kind of the man in my shit. So I'm sorry. But go ahead. Yeah,
No, you don't have to say sorry to me. I'm fine with you not knowing the name of the album.
I felt like going.
You can hear one time.
Oh shit, this is great.
Yeah. But the redemptive quality is like that third verse. Because if you just leave it as is, it's gonna stay as is. And for me, in my opinion, Lucian Granger ain't got no problem with it staying as is. I got a problem with it staying as is. I gotta, you know, it's funny, I call Damian Hirst that did Drake's cover because I felt like I didn't like the cover. I felt like he was trying to troll him or something. I love Damian Hirst. I just bought a couple of his pieces right now. One of my top 5 favorite artworks of all time is these animals he put in embalming fluid. So, you know, when you do my interview with y'all.
Literally the worst, by the way. Like, just straight up the worst. I feel like a more I don't know. Like, I feel like Damian Hirst is like exactly the type of dude who Kanye West should be clowning on. To be like, if Damian Hirst wasn't white, like no one would take him seriously. Like that would be a fucking Kanye West like diss. You know what I mean? Straight up fucking ass cheeks. Like just absolute dog shit. You don't get art, so maybe be quiet. Wait. Did someone who claimed to know art just say Damian Hirst is actually really good as an artist? Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense that you think you know art, and that's why you said, you know. This is the one comment you see, Lamau. It's precise. It's the most embarrassing thing you've ever probably said in this chat. I mean, here.
This is a hotel room. And not just any hotel room, but rather the most expensive hotel room on the planet. The
I'm just gonna show you bits and pieces.
Or pills. Keep that
This is a hotel room that he designed.
in your mind as I'm showing you around, because there are a lot of rather interesting, and you do hotel room on a tour of it. Now, eagle-eyed viewers may point out that I don't normally review hotel rooms, exciting than just your standard money. You can see there's just pills and pills and more pills, and it's a rather striking look, but it's one that I find rather amusing and interesting and certainly worth checking out. But let's go back to the bar. And yes, this hotel room has a bar. And I can tell you right now that your hotel room doesn't. But take a look at the top of this bar. It's medical waste. These aren't used medical supplies, to be clear, but you do have these medical gloves and pill wrappers and tubes all throughout the top of this bar. There's even a syringe or two in. All
Oh, this is awesome. Look at these. Look at these.
Finger except to tap your iPads.
We did already watch this. I just want to I want to show this. Hearst is the NFT maker of art. Yeah, he was on the NFT game before anybody else, honestly. It looks like when you put stickers on your desk when you're 6. Yeah. It's so nasty. It's like the ugliest thing. Yo, look at the carpets, dude.
Longest couch. Now, I don't.
Oh my God. You gotta admit it's kind of beautiful. No, I don't have to admit that at all because it's not true. It's literally the ugliest thing on the planet.
You can use going well beyond just flush.
I love this wallpaper. Look at this. Look. This is the bathroom wallpaper, dude. Showing this video as a display of his work is like me pulling up your worst take to show what you're about. It's like the worst representation of his stuff. I don't think so. No, this is like right up there with all the rest of his shit. You're just admitting that it sucks. And also, not only is this not a bad representation, this is the representation. It's all of his art that he put plastered all around a hotel room. This is like all of his art, including the embalmed fucking animals and shit. His entire hotel room was designed by him and features all of his famous designs. Anyway, surprising.
I should have is just things just pop up at the bottom. Like,
Yeah, no,
exactly
we're
what I'm
gonna
saying.
have
Like,
Don't worry about
so
it.
he did this shark. It's kind of similar to the scene in The Sale that had J-Lo by Tarzan, where a horse separated like this. So he actually did this, and I bought a dove for my family, for my wife, to put it there, and I bought this black sheep because that's me. So
Wait, you bought a black sheep?
it's an actual black sheep and embalming fluid, and it's by Damien Hirst, who did the Drake album cover. So
I'm thinking you bought a real
Yeah.
black sheep.
No,
Like
but it's physically-
it's weird.
It is.
Okay. Okay.
It is. No, I actually bought.
It's a rich nigga shit. I'm not
I
on
actually
this level.
bought 1,200
Yeah.
living
Okay.
sheep,
Okay.
but I bought one.
So you're a sheep herder officially.
Yes. So yeah, that was the easy
I've
story.
never
I had to
heard
say
of shit
that.
like this in my life. I'm sorry.
So it's that third verse. I used to rap like this. I would say, "Girl ain't give me no ass. She needed to go down." And the next line would say, "The pastor said I need Jesus, so I went to the church and let the water wash over my Caesar." I always gave a redemption. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what Bone Thugs told you about. You know, feds sitting with them saying, "Make negative music that's gonna put more of us in jail." It's documented. You can load it up.
Wow.
So we do that, and you get like of God people, Travis Scott, Drake, Kanye West. We of God, God's plan.
Right.
And then we make these songs that don't have a redemptive quality in what we're saying, because maybe we trying to look harder or be cooler or this, that, younger, whatever it is, and act like we ready to die as much as people who really got, 10 bodies and really,
Was there ever, I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off, what did it,
Yeah.
because the rumor is that Drake kind of took a shot at you on that song, but Travis Scott was on that same song, was married to, did it
Yeah,
ever
I
put a
put-
strenuous relationship?
Oh
in
yeah, I
you and
put
Travis?
everybody on a group text. Everybody gets a group. And what I don't like is like, when I'm talking,
Who's in this group text?
it was Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian.
Jay-Z got nothing to do with this, by the way. You just
No,
just threw him
he's
in there.
on the song.
Jay-Z's on?
See, this I talked to Jay at the wedding the other day. He didn't know when he did the song that me and Drake had a problem. So after it came out, he's not in it. That's just like I did it before the fact. But what I'm saying
Whoa.
is, so it's like Trav, but then Drake says it's like he said, I'm gonna put you on a guild. I have somebody put you on a guild, which means put you on a t-shirt, right? And I'm talking to everybody that's in this community.
Drake said that in the group
On the
chat?
album. No, not on group
okay,
group text. He said it on the song.
Okay.
And I'm talking to all these guys, Kid Cudi, Pusha, Drake, Jay-Z, Kim, and Trav. One of the lines I said that was legend is I said, I'm worth more than all of y'all on this text combined.
Do you understand a word he's saying? Yes, he's talking about how when Drake dissed them on a track with Travis Scott on it, he got very upset and he put everybody on a group chat. It is not that hard to follow. I mean, there are definitely a lot of instances where it's very hard to follow what he's saying. This is not one of those instances.
You said that was a what? what did you say? That was a. I don't know what you
He
just
said he wrote that in the text group
He
with
wrote it.
everybody.
Yeah, that was one of the elements of the text.
Okay. This is an intense group chat.
But everybody, everybody wanna, as soon as I start dropping bars, Oh my God, he's in an episode. Oh my God, he need to go to the hospital. Oh my God.
Okay, to be fair, that is some like manic ass shit. Like that is absolutely some manic shit right there, what he did there. I don't know why he thinks that was like normal. So it's not all that crazy that people would feel that way.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's just, oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
This is so good. This is so good. Keep going. Okay. You want some more Biggie?
He's like, it just got good.
Give Big some Biggie, please.
Yeah.
You going in there, please.
So,
I just gotta shut up.
But what I'm saying is, as a community, we have to police ourselves. So if you know you got a person that's, you know, we in a league of our own, right? It's like the NBA, life itself, but then also this like celebrity influential place of like musicians and influencers and stuff like that. And they have shit that's called like flagrant fouls inside of the league.
So in this group chat, did you tell Travis Scott that was a flagrant foul?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because no, the thing is, he could have put the line on without everybody knowing. So that means I felt like everybody should go to Drake and be like, you ain't saying that to North Saint, Chicago, and Psalm's dad. Because he could be saying shit that's poking at me and driving me crazy. And then if I do something that seems crazy, then they just blaming me. It's like every nigga that got locked up, it's a reason. They didn't do it just because their life was perfect and they had all the opportunities in the world and they dad brought them up. There's very few people like that is just born serial killer. That's what they want to do. Right. People are always there for a reason. And ain't nobody like, I had this conversation where Drake is like, I never fucked Kim. But I was like, but you acted like you did. You got bars that's like Hidden Hills, give your wife the chills.
Oh my God. Okay, this is the real reason why this interview was fucking awesome. Oh no, dude. Oh no.
You doing all kind of, it's like somebody throwing a marble and hiding their hand or something like that. It's like all that's disrespectful.
Y'all actually had this conversation?
We had this conversation. And this is all, and to the point where Kim be like, I don't listen to this nigga no more. This nigga acting like he fucked. And like, we ain't never really.
Wait, Kim Kardashian said the M word? Sus. Messed up, dude. You think an hour to warm up to this, the most devious lick of all time?
Like, we never really had that conversation. Oh, I never fucked Kim. Right? No, but what about did you ever DM her? Did you ever, what I'm saying? Everything else around it, because it ain't about just the actual act of it. The act, the anticipation of something is what we live in. Now is the shortest moment of our life. Now, the now that was just there is just gone now. You know what I'm saying? So you could be sitting there like, did he not? That's worse than if I would have rather you did, and I just actually had to deal with the finality, because my mind, I'm like a Xerox printer. I'm Christian, but I'll tell you something. I talked to a healer that said, I'm dealing with resentment from multiple lives of disloyalty, of the way I felt, with Virgil going to Louis and just things that jealousy.
So it actually was a problem, because that's what we heard.
Absolutely, I was jealous. What do you mean? I'm a human being. And people try to tell you what to say and press and what to feel. Like, you don't feel that. If you was in my situation and you riding, no, this is the other thing. Sicko mode, they would play it at the kids' party. So I'd have to bring my kids to a party with this man threatening my life on a song. Welcome to Calabasas.
It's a good song, though. I'm just saying. Yeah, this was the group chat, wasn't this? I feel like Joker was going Kanye instead of Kanye's going Joker mode, to be honest.
And then they wonder why you end up, you know, in the hospital. It has to be some type of respect, a male perspective, a God perspective, and some type of community leadership. And I'm the leader. And that's what I told
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I told Lauryn, I told everybody. I'm the leader. Let's look at it. Let's open up this Bible. You know, your grandmother, like, you need Jesus.
Yeah, you need Jesus.
That's what you need. Yeah.
My favorite song, by the way.
Because praise God. Because all of this that we doing, it ain't adding up to nothing. And now God is pointing at me and said, this man worth $9 billion.
Jesus.
This man.
Bro, this is literally prosperity gospel. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. This is nuts. Sigma grind set.
And that's pretty good for a black man. Since I was like, oh, the black. First of all, I said that before. We got to take the black version off of it, because I'm running circles around, you know, all the other. You know what we're gonna do?
Guys.
Yeah.
All
you know
others.
No, that black or white. But what we're gonna do to the world?
We gotta make some noise for that.
Yeah.
We gotta continue.
Bro, I can't get over the fucking constant clapping. So annoying, dude.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, you got me hyped, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at Moses.
Moses?
In order for Moses to be Moses, he had the ability to be able to take down anybody else.
Jesus.
That's my thing. If I'm a rap on a song, if I'm gonna do a beat, if we talk about money, whatever we talking about, I'm gonna be the Moses of the situation, because that's what God anointed me, that skill set to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have Drake write a verse. You wouldn't have Virgil do a song for you, but you wouldn't have Drake pick out a purse for you. You know what I'm saying? But I would compete with both of them at the same caliber. You know, competing with Virgil at Louis Vuitton with my little brown sweatshirts. Somehow, this man been anointed with different skill sets. So that's why I said I put him on a group text, and it wasn't about the matching Arc'teryx or Kid Cudi dress. It's like, you know how it is, if you texting a girl or a girl texts you back, they might, just to gain some position, text you back slow, different things. Let me tell you, as the leader, I don't operate like that. Don't be on my phone texting back slow. If I, and
You demand an immediate response.
or don't be on my phone. That don't work with, like I told you, I'm a Xerox printer, meaning I could see a dinosaur bone and build a dinosaur out of it mentally. So if I hear a verse, I'm gonna build a dinosaur. I'm gonna hear a dinosaur born out of a line too, because people could look and be like, "Oh, he never did this," but that don't mean that line hasn't built an entire dinosaur bone. And this is a perfect time for me to come back, because you got to understand, I was Ye, and then they started making more Ye's. Watch this. Ye is like this encompassing thing of fashion, bars, beats, production, videos, this. And then what happened is you get Rocky dressing better than me, Tyler making better videos, Drake, more records, Virgil, higher position in fashion, and J. Cole, more backpack, or Kendrick, better bars and stuff. So I literally had to go like Thanos, and I don't want to have to be the villain, but when I went and did the Donda thing, Ye returned. And everybody had to sit back and watch the real leader. They can talk about goats and this and that. It's like, because I affect people 20 years older than me. I affect people 20 years younger than me. And that's what it factually is. And you got to know who you is, and you got to tell people who you are. Man, I got this money guy. As I'm up here disappointed, because actually I got to stop screaming at white people. But I got this money guy that said, yo, you got 80 accounts open, which is what I said, it's the hit. It's a way to kill me. And he was just dismissive. He was like, man, I just saw what Trump did with this SPAC, and you can do this. I said, man, when I do it, we're going to get up to Elon and Bezos and Arnault territory. And he just says to me very nonchalantly, well, I'm not going to say it's going to be all that. 3 minutes later in conversation, he's talking to me about you got 80 accounts open and this is ridiculous. He said it at the beginning.
Wow.
You know, I said, I already heard that. I started raising my voice. Then he checked me like, who you screaming at? Who you screaming at? But it's like, boy, when you dismiss me and when I try to stand up and you push my shoulder like that, that's a part of the programming in schools today. I seen my son do his homework at Sierra Canyon because Daddy got his own school, called Donda, named after my mom. The first black female English chair at English department at Chicago State. So he's doing his homework, and it's math, and it's got 3 eggs and 2 eggs, and it says 3 plus 2 equals what? And he says 5. And the next one has 3 eggs plus 2 eggs, and it says 2 plus 1 equals what? And he says 5. And see, the picture was wrong with the number. Right. He starts to get frustrated. He starts crying. He doesn't understand. And I was there, you know, thinking he was too young for me to explain this to him. I was like, no, this is getting you prepped to be pulled over for no reason and think it's okay. This is getting prepped for you to be the person that deserved the job and someone else get the job. They hire Virgil over you. And you think it's okay, and you can't say nothing because you a sellout to black people if you say you got to go get a hug. You know what I'm saying? They getting you prepped. It's prep school, right, baby?
Right.
It's preparation for your limitation.
That's deep. That's deep.
We in these schools right now, baby. Oh, you thought I wasn't going to get killed by the end of this interview. I'm going to try my best.
No. No.
You should just say Virgil's trash and that his designs are better than Virgil's. In which case, I would agree with him. This is true. But goddamn, dude, he is fucking bitter. Like, he's just a deeply bitter man. Hasan, are you a Virgo? No.
You giving it
Schools have gotten worse.
I don't know why he has to explain the Matrix to say Virgil is trash. Well, he's not just saying Virgil is trash. He's saying that he can't criticize Virgil because then he would look like an enemy. He would look like an op. He would look like he would be against black people. But he's not against black people. Like, he wants black people to thrive. And that's what the main point is. I wonder what he feels about Pete Davidson. Who is Virgil? Are you serious? Virgil Abloh? Famous for 2 Virgils? Keeping it 2 Virgils? Off-White? A Chicago designer that's friends with Kanye West at Louis Vuitton, after rejecting Kanye West, brought him on as a lead designer. That's why he's mad and bitter. The guy who wrote like brick on a brick or shoe on a shoe and then sold it for like $5,000. LA motherfucker. Wait, what? No. You sound like an anime nerd? Wait, what? I mean, that's like Virgil and Ye basically came up together. I think you're missing a lot of context here. No, I'm not. I said that. They're both from Chicago. They've like Can you look into the Astroworld concepts or concerts? So many layers of fucked up. Nah, man, I'm avoiding it, dude. Dude, I literally talked for like 3 hours today about Astroworld, okay? I can't talk about it any more than I already have. Virgil fucking sucks and people know him all over. You're being hostlit.
You're giving it to us.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the overall slave ship and the slave mentality. When I cut my hair like this.
You cut it yourself or a barber did that?
Let me tell you, I should have cut my hair myself because I was in Europe.
So you paid a nigga to do that?
No, tell me. Exactly.
Dude, okay. Even his simps are like, he paid someone to do that. He couldn't hold it in. He literally couldn't hold it in, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, myself, because I was in Europe.
So you paid a nigga to do that?
No, tell me. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm asking.
It's funny that you say that because I asked, he kept on like cutting it, because this guy's a barber. If you ever cut a plug in somebody's hair, your barbershop might shut down. I cut hair for a living back, 14, 15. I used to do that to buy clothes and also to buy music equipment.
Okay.
I got a story. We're going to get into some real rap shit.
We into this.
Yeah.
We into this.
I had to just give you some, all the TMZ existence, yay thing at the beginning. So, damn, what was that train of thought? We were talking about the barber. Okay,
haircut.
So if you cut a plug in somebody's hair, you could lose your job. You can. I remember I used to cut hair, and I had like one day I had like 6 clients. I had the most money. I might have had like 120. I don't know. And the next day, these barbers, they was real good in town. They said your boy was on a mission. Yesterday I was feeling all proud. I'm like, yeah.
You know what's interesting though? Both Misgift and Kanye West have shaved their eyebrows. Do with that information what you will. I'm not trying to specify anything. I'm not trying to say nothing. That's interesting to me. They both have shaved eyebrows, dude. They both love clout.
Yeah, well, I was getting it in. And then he said people was walking in like this and walking out like this.
Because you was just hurrying up?
No, because I was bad.
I didn't know he was going there. Okay.
So he cuts my hair, and I'm going through, it's taking an hour. I'm like, I'll take a little bit more here, do this here, blah, blah. And after this, it took all the life out of this man as a black barber, as a African-American, as a blood of Christ, as a Hebrew, I'm telling y'all what it is, right? So,
what?
And he was so disappointed that he didn't even charge me. He just walked away like, man, I did this to Kanye West.
For something that you asked for, too.
Yeah. And then, a few days later.
That's pretty funny. Okay, dude. Kind of like how I won't charge you for this top of the hour ad break that I forgot to run at the top of the hour. You know what I'm saying? Instead of running it at fucking 5:32. So dark out, dude. It sucks. Fucking daylight savings time, dude. Sucks. Middle of the hour ad break again. Obviously, listen, if you no longer want to see those ads, there is a way to avoid them, okay? There's a way to avoid them. You can't avoid daylight savings, but you can avoid the top of the hour, middle of the hour ad break. How, you might be asking yourself, and how you might be asking me. Well, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5, or you can subscribe for free, okay? By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. And those are the 2 methods that you can use to avoid the ads. Here it is. Yeah, but you can get the light in the morning? Not really. I mean, there's always light in the morning when I wake up.
I cut my hair. Now, mind you, I thought it was lit and only God, the universe, the video game, that my haircut.
You posted it on the gram? Was that you who posted it?
But the fact that my haircut and my name came at the same time was...
No more slave name.
Yeah, it had to be something because to do that, this was harder than wearing a Trump hat. Because every time, it's my image, you know, I'm fly, so it's just, everything is like, you get your haircut, it's Friday night, I'm finna go to the club, or I gotta go to a wedding, or I gotta go to a graduation, or I'm going to my job. Yo,
I literally don't understand why he did this still. Like, I want to understand, but I don't understand it.
as a man, as a black man, your lining, your haircut means so much. So then I'm sitting in the mirror at the hotel and I grab and I remember, oh snap, I have a barber skill set and an art skill set. And I start cutting, because one of my homegirls like, I think it need a lining. Because it just looked really...
It's still lined up.
Yeah.
It's still lined up.
And I was like, I ain't finna get no lining. I got $9 billion, tell me I need a lining. I don't need no lining. so then I cut it.
Dude, it's so bad because it's like patchy. It's so fucking patchy, dude. Like, especially the back. Look, this part, dude. Look at that. There's like pieces of hair that are... It literally just looks like he's balding. Like he's got like, what's that fucking sickness where is it alopecia or something? It's just so bad.
So then I cut it a different way, and the name of our basketball team is the Doves, the Donda Doves. So I started to cut it like a dove. So this is actually 3 doves cut in my hair. Right. And what I like is one patch will grow back and it starts to make these layers. And I said, you know, I'm an artist, like a process artist. And I like to let people in on the process, like what we did with the rollout. So when you see the hair, it's like you see the process of the haircut. You also see the process. It's like a representation of my thoughts developing because of how close.
Yeah, because we can see, you know, your brain wrinkles represented as like patches of hair, I guess. This is the most unhinged shit he's said thus far on this entire interview. And he said a lot of unhinged shit, but this takes the cake. This is pure copium, okay? What he's doing here.
It is to my, you know, to my head.
Brain, right?
And then the whole thing is it gotta look hot, you know, at the end of the day. Like it's girls that hit me like, yo, I like that mask. Because when I wore the mask,
Hov texted us and told us, make sure you don't walk in with that white mask.
No one has ever been like, yo, I like that mask. That looks like you're in an I think you should leave sketch. No shot did anybody actually say that. And if they did, they're just fucking major dick riders, dude.
I got the mask on me actually.
Where's it at?
I was actually about to start giving out haircuts because apparently this is about to be a thing.
You a hater? Bro, come on. Okay, dude. People are literally like, they never get tired of riding Kanye's dick, I think. Kanye's haircut or this? I mean, Kanye's haircut is not as bad as this, but Kanye's mask literally looked like this dude's face.
Yeah, a lot of people gonna bite your shit.
Yeah, and my barber name is Edward Nigga Hands.
I like him already. And I like the fact you holding a Smoke Champs joint. I like that. If you want to light up, you can light up. If you want to light up, you can light up. It's okay.
Yeah.
No. You thinking about it.
All right, come on. You my Joe Rogan. Let's go. Hey man, I'm not a real smoker. Y'all ain't gonna embarrass me. You gotta light it. Like, I got the gloves. I'm gonna be like,
bro, these dudes are the biggest enablers of all time, dude. Is this what they do? They just literally, shit's about to get really weird, I suspect. Is this all they do? I've never watched this before. The whole point of the show is to get crossfaded at 10 a.m.
Somebody light it for me, please. So let me ask you, this is kind of a serious question, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember when Nas named his company Ill Will, right?
yeah,
And I believe that he had to change the name of his company because it's easy to say like fuck Ill Will, but Ill Will is an actual person. Ill Will was his actual best friend.
yeah.
So was it ever a time where you said that about naming your album that? Because let's suppose somebody don't like this album, and somebody could say fuck Donna. They're not saying fuck your mother, but they're saying fuck the actual material. Did you ever feel any concern about that, naming it after her?
Not at all, but I have seen them do these things. When everybody said they liked Donda way better than CLB, they had this thing where they had these football players coming up saying, what you like better, CLB or Donda? And then they was like, CLB. And then one of them was like, yeah, fuck Donda. I was like, bro, that's my mama.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Donda is better.
No, but so.
Oh my god, he's like a baby, dude. Look at that little baby pull.
Yeah. So.
Like, no inhaling. He just like literally did a fucking baby pull. He's like a baby.
No, but so you did feel that a certain way, like it was a football player saying fuck.
Yeah, but he was saying fuck the album.
Okay, so moving on. Who was it that you said you wanted to work with, the baby, and you couldn't work with him?
Oh, yeah. It's like people in my camp was trying to protect me from working with the baby. It's so funny. I had
the baby or little baby? I forgot which one was it.
Well, you know, it was really hard for me to get in contact with both of them in all actuality. I had to tweet to
But
really...
you had a red hat on at the time, though?
No, this is after I had a red hat, but I still got a red hat on today. I'll let y'all know that. I might not got it on, but I'll let y'all know where I stand.
Confirmed? But that was one of the thing with your first listening session was in the Mercedes Dome in Atlanta, and that was one of the standout things.
Yeah.
One, getting to hear you and Jay back together, getting to hear Jay say that this might be the return of the throne, but he did say, I told him put that red hat all alone.
Yeah, that was funny, bro. I literally got on some like Michael from Goodfellas, like going crazy, like it ain't like that. You can't tell me what hat to wear. I done had gangsters try to take my hat when I was little and blah blah. Right. It was like, and then, but I did get him though, because I heard that he was watching on the third listening session.
Okay.
So we start off with Jail and song, and then it's like
he's not on it.
Then it's the baby.
Yeah, it's the baby. He's not on it.
Yeah.
We watched that too.
Yeah, and he had to be like. But the baby verse is hard to man. You know, it's another thing. It's so funny.
Okay.
I was sitting in the studio with I was sitting backstage at Soldier Field with Roddy Ricch and the baby, and I was like, yo, God really got a new level of shooters around right now. They in another algorithm. It's a whole thing, the way the baby be rap. He go into that beat and out of that beat, around that beat, he'll give you the melody. That man was the number one streaming artist for a reason. This is like Terminator 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand people like a slow flow here and there, blah, blah, but that's the thing, that's the moment when, obviously, like Nas made Ether, and that's gonna be forever. You know, I made Takeover. You know.
No, I never knew that.
Yeah, I made Takeover.
No, I never knew that.
And my girlfriend, Sumiki Rainey from Chicago, is the one that gave me the sample. She gave me the sample for The Truth, and she gave me a sample for Takeover.
Wow.
She's like, this is one that kind of sounds like the truth. You might like it. Gonna win, taking over. Come on.
Let's take us. Oh, you know, listen, Kanye.
Yeah.
We have a game on our show.
Yeah.
Oh, was you finished? Or you?
Oh yeah, I wanted to say
please.
about it was some about related to Takeover. Oh,
Okay.
the algorithm.
Okay.
Is that your bitch? That was the moment when Jay-Z went like this and Nas was like this. Because Nas couldn't, in Chicago we call it sniping. Nas is my favorite rapper. Of all, I said that
many produce a whole album.
Yeah, many a times I said this is my favorite rapper. But the moment when it shifted was the when Nas couldn't rap that style and Jay-Z could. And I think the moment
I need you to clarify what you mean. I'm sorry.
Then is that your bitch? When y'all in this ride, when y'all in this six, and like how we rap from Chicago.
Okay.
Like how we called it sniping, how
There's nothing happening in this video from here on out. Is this like pretty much the end of the good stuff? Dude, it's so good. So fucking good, dude. It's me!